breastfeeding a newborn, and sharing custody. Let's talk about it. And if you're new here, my name is Carrie. I'm an attorney, and I'm also the owner of Strategic Family Law, which is a marital and family law firm in Florida. As you may or may not know, Florida is an equal time-sharing state, meaning that both parents get 50% custody with their children. Now, that presumption can be overcome, but it's not an easy task. But how can that type of parenting plan work when the child is a breastfeeding newborn? Surprisingly, we don't have a lot of guidance on this issue in Florida, but there is some. The leading case is Buccini versus Sonara, coming out of the 4th District Court of Appeals. In that case, we had a breastfeeding mother who wanted the father's contact with the child to be at her discretion so that she could fit in his time in accordance with her breastfeeding schedule. The court did not grant the mother's request. The court was sensitive to the breastfeeding schedule, and it did fit that into the parenting plan, but the father's days and times were solidified. It would not be up to the mother to decide. Another case, Hunt Stewart versus Lepet, coming out of the 1st DCA, tried to go a little more in depth. The mother presented testimony from a certified lactation consultant to try to convince the court that the breastfeeding schedule should take precedence. The court ended up establishing a time-sharing schedule that gave the child 2 weeks with each parent, which is a schedule that no one asked for. Therefore, the appellate court reversed the trial court based on that. It never got to the breastfeeding issue. So the little guidance that we do have from our appellate courts is that the trial court should consider a breastfeeding schedule if it's relevant to the child's best interest, but it's not the end-all be-all. I've personally seen a judge inquire as to whether a mother can simply pump and give the father expressed breast milk so that he can feed the child that way during his time sharing. The issue then becomes whether the mother can pump, because there are many postpartum mothers who immediately upon pumping lose their supply, therefore cutting off the child from vital breast milk. So here's the million-dollar question. What does the court do? Does the court prioritize the child's access to breast milk, therefore sacrificing some of the time the father may have? Or does the court prioritize the father's time with the child and sacrifice the child's access to breast milk? Let me know your thoughts. And if this is your situation, call me. Let's talk it through.